Sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple.
180, 180.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Go Silver, ready? 63, 60. Hey, Silver.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking to throw, Penix. This pass is caught by London. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
19 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Penix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's blown downfield by London. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Penix. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4.
63.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and
63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Eagles first down.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
Falcons 2.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A play fake. Now Penix. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Baun from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. So here's a 3rd and 14. And looking to throw, Penix. And a dump off here to Robinson. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Again, it's Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now on on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Third down and 6. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Eagles 14, Falcons 2.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Penix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That that punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 10. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw now on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will